Welcome to another episode of Full Transparency with Donnie Wiggins, where I meet with some pretty dope entrepreneurs who are doing great things, but this is not the everyday how-to conversation. I am literally giving you the fly-on-the-wall perspective of my conversations that I have with some of my entrepreneurial friends and people that I am just getting to know, and I cannot be more excited to have. I think we're friends now. I think we're building a relationship, but I have one of the dopest just humans on the planet, but one of the dopest podcasters with one of the dopest stories. Wallo in the building with us today. What's good, Wallo?
I appreciate you having me here. I'm honored.
Are you honored?
Yeah, I'm honored to be here. We was going back and forth, and we said we're going to make it happen, so we're making it happen.
Okay.
And that's what it's about,
It's hard to get you.
It got to be hard. Exclusive, you got to be exclusive out here. I think if a lot of people understood what exclusive meant and how to execute that, a lot of people will have value.
Mm-hmm.
Out here, ain't too many people exclusive. That's why a lot of people don't have no value. That's why they can't charge.
Yeah.
That's how it's supposed to be.
So to let you guys know how this happened, I'm at home this morning. I don't even think I woke up yet, honestly, Wallo. When you sent the message, Wallo was like, yo, I'm about to land in your city. You want to film today? And I literally had just sent the night before my team the schedule for today. Like, boom, we're working from 10 to 3. And then you tell me that you're landing at 3. So I'm like, okay, y'all, we're not really working from 10 to 3 anymore. We're working a little bit late. Mm-hmm. But this is how you show up. You land in the city, you send a message, and we had to make it happen.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
That's how you do it?
Yeah, you can't, that's how, you never know when I'm going to come. Sometimes I just pop up.
Y'all, look, I asked Wallo, what's his ETA to the studio? We had a set time. And I'm like, yo, what's your ETA? Your boy hit me back talking about my ETA is whenever I arrive.
Yeah. I always get smart with you anyway.
You get spicy with me. What's that about?
No, I don't say spicy. That's a little different. And then you in Atlanta, so don't say that. I just be straightforward with you. I don't be playing no games with you. And I think you love it there, so it is what it is.
I love it there.
Yes, you do.
I love the relationship that we're building for sure.
Yeah, you love it there.
It's the look on your face for me.
It is what it is.
All right, let's get into it. So, Wallo, you are right now one of the top podcasts, or one half of one of the top podcasts in the whole world. Y'all got a crazy deal with Barstools. You are motivational speaking. You're building a business. Like, how is all this feeling for you coming from the other side of being incarcerated? For how long were you incarcerated?
20 years.
20 years. 20 years. And now you're just out here walking free, and you're like in high demand. You're such a respected authority in this space. What does that feel like for you?
It's just normal to me. It's just, it's just normal, I believe. I'm just doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
How long have you been out?
6 years.
6 years.
Yeah.
And you already feel like this is just normal every day for you.
Yeah, I'm still warming up. I ain't getting first gear yet. You know what I'm saying? So, cause it's like with me, I'm just on a whole nother mental level where I want to be at personally. Mm-hmm. And I do it, and I think it's like more like it's not about the money, because you get to a certain point where you make enough money, where you got enough money where you can buy what you want to buy, go where you want to go, eat where you want to, fly how you want to fly. I could do anything. I got that type of money. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And that's after taxes.
Okay.
So it's not even about the money. Mm-hmm. It's about, I just like to get up and just break records, my own personal records every day. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna get this deal with this brand. I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get this much for this. I'm gonna make it just be like a game that I'm gonna win. And I love it. It's a personal game though. I'm not in competition with nobody, because I want everybody out here to do their thing. You know how you see people be like, damn, I want everybody to win? A lot of people say it, but I really showed it in so many different ways, whether it's us giving the $4.5 million to minority businesses on the East Coast, or me just doing the things I do for the community out of pocket. No nonprofit, just doing it from the strength.
Yeah.
And just giving out the information I've been giving out for years. Mm-hmm. So I really want to see people win, because I already won. I won in so many different ways, and it's like my family cool, I'm cool, money just be raining on me.
At what point did you feel like you won?
The win really came from, I didn't even have no money yet when I won. I was living in my grandma's middle room, and for the first time in my life, she seen me do good. That's all I wanted. That's all I was really coming home to do. I ain't really care about the paper and all that, because it was like, when she told me she was proud, because she never really, in my life since I was about 10, she never seen me do good. I was in and out of jail, incarceration. So she never seen me do good. She used to get to call me in jail with some crazy stuff. So it was like one day I was in the crib and she just like, boy, I'm so proud of you. And that was the most money. That was more than anything, money could buy.
Yeah.
Everything else was a plus after that. So that's when I knew I won.
Yeah.
And it was like, everything else was like sweet after that. It was just easy.
What was it that you did? Like what made her proud?
Just to be able to see me operating as a man and not on no street stuff no more. She knew I wasn't in the game no more. I left the game alone. I wasn't doing no illegal stuff. She seen me go out, work hard every day. She seen it, witnessed like, this boy working hard. He's selling T-shirts. You know what I mean? He doing promo, commercials for people. So it was just that,
Yeah, yeah. So I always wonder when you sleep, because I know you go to bed super early.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you wake up super, super early too. I can wake up, in the middle of the night, you have the bathroom break. You got to get up around 4 o'clock in the morning, use the bathroom. Y'all might not be old enough for that yet, but right now I'm of age where I have to wake up at like 4 o'clock in the morning, use the bathroom, and I will get on Instagram. I swear it's like 5 o'clock in the morning and you're already there. No,
what it is this. See me, I don't have no rules of sleep. Like I go back to the hotel right now after this and I go to sleep. Because one thing about me, y'all can have the day, but I own the night. I love the night. And the reason I like the night, if I'm in the city, I might take an Uber, drive around in the night, just have a dude drive. Or if I'm in my, Philadelphia, I drive around at nighttime, nobody out there. I love the fact that everybody sleep when I'm on, because in the daytime, all right, when I came home, I had a plan. I said, by the time people get moving, I'm gonna put 3 videos up. Just straight out of jail. I did it every day. So by the time people was getting moving, I was going back in the crib, or going to do something else, going to do some research. So I always look at it like, most people out here, they're not going to beat me, because, especially in our culture, most people, they want to party, they out smoking hookah, they drinking. I'm like, I'm going to destroy y'all. Y'all never going to be able to deal with me, because y'all ain't going. I don't do no drugs. I don't party. I don't drink. Never in my life. So I'm like, okay, I'm on game time. I'm going lap everybody. So when it's time for me to chill, when I get 50 and I'm riding around on my private jets and chilling, I ain't got nothing to worry about. All I'm gonna do is just answer the phone and help people. Yeah. So people say this a lot. I don't drink. I don't party. What do you do? Like tell me who Wallo is in your free time. Like when you're not working, you're not preparing for a podcast, you're not traveling to speak. What does Wallo do? I be either researching or on the phone, talking to people that matter. Straight up. Okay. Sometimes we talk to people that don't matter, wasting time, talking about meaningless shit. I talk to people that matter. Sometimes I just bullshit like regular people do. I might be on the gram. There's all type of stuff, It depends on what I'm doing. I might be watching some porn. It depends. First of all, okay. I'm just being real. You ask me just full transparent. What the fuck I supposed to say? Shit, you know what I mean? Because me, I'm the type of boy, I go watch some porn, squeeze one off real quick, alleviate a lot of bullshit. Does that help you as an entrepreneur? Oh, do it. How? Because I ain't got to deal with a lot of shit. I ain't had to go on no date or none of that. You know what I mean? I ain't had to, you know what I mean? And it ain't the money issue, it's just the things I ain't had to, because sometimes you get some pussy, there's a lot of shit that come with that. Lord Jesus. Okay, y'all, this might be one of the most transparent I'm just being straight up. Done. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's a lot when you trying to be on the mission. I was doing a post on my way over here in the car, and I was just like, people got to start understanding that just because our missions don't align don't mean we can't coexist. I'm on a mission. What's the mission? My mission is to go ahead and get mine, man. I'm just in my zone, man. And sometimes I just don't want to be, I don't need nobody putting no pressure on me. So it's safe to say that you're single? Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt. And are you don't want anybody putting pressure on you, but we've talked before. And I think that you go through these periods where you kind of want somebody. Yeah, sometimes you do. Sometimes you be like, damn. You know what I mean? I'll be in the crib making me some food, and I'll be like, damn, somebody could be sitting here cooking this with a wife beat on with their cheeks hanging out. And I could be, they could be doing this for me straight up. I got it. Trust me, it ain't no problem. I don't have no problem in that department. But it just be like, I don't know what it is. I just love my space. Do you feel like you've met women that are on the level of the type of woman that you would want to be with? Like they complement the lifestyle? Let me tell you something. You go on Instagram, you hear niggas complaining all day. It's I don't know what planet they on. There's some extraordinary women out this joint. You know what I mean? It's just about sometimes, one thing about us men, Us men be on some bullshit a lot of times. There's great women out here, but we just be want to do what we want to do sometimes. So we don't want to deal with the stipulations and the rules and the regulations that come with a relationship. And we be bullshitting, all of us. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So it'd be like, damn, I got her, but if I get her, I can't deal with her no more. I can't talk to her. She gonna be tripping about this.
Do you want to deal with multiple women?
Some days I do. Some days I don't. Some days I want 3 wives. Some days I want 1. Some days I don't want a wife.
What about today?
Today, I don't know, cause I mean, the reason I say I don't know, cause today I was just chilling, but I came over here and you shooting shots at me. You know what I mean? You throwing some action my way, so I don't know.
What action am I
Come on, stop playing games. You love it here. Stop playing.
I love it here.
Yes, you do.
All right, everybody. Just in the world of full transparency, I love it here.
No. Say that. Be real about it. We ain't got to play no games. Do you love it here? If you love it here, say you love it here. That's it.
Okay, so we are.
Yeah, they know what time it is. See, they over there. They know. Don't cut this out either.
We don't. You know, the cool thing is we don't edit anything out of our episodes.
I love it.
We don't edit a single thing out of our episodes. Not Reese is gonna pull this clip just to pull it out, and you
send me that Dropbox with all the clips in it too.
You're gonna have everybody in the comments saying Donnie is thirsty. She's trying to get at Wallo, and all I'm doing is sitting here asking you questions. You the one brought up porn and all of this stuff. Anyway, what do you?
You thirsty? Here. You want me pour for you?
You want to give me something to drink?
Yeah, definitely.
Get back to the episode. I believe that people are most successful when they are in love and in relationships. Like I feel like that's so. I don't feel like a relationship necessarily makes you right. I believe that people can be happy and can be successful as single people as we are. But I definitely think that we thrive like when we're in love and we have the support of somebody. I believe business is just so much easier to build when you have that every single day. What about you?
I believe you're right. See, it's a lot of ways of looking at this. I'm not a dude that fight against it. Relationships is a beautiful thing. I think relationships is a beautiful thing, and I believe that you find your person that's cool. But I think you can do it both ways. Because a lot of people done it both ways.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's no rule or no policy here how to win. There's no rule or no policy on it, you know. Some people gonna win with a partner, some people gonna win without it. Look how many women out here winning without no partner. They not married.
Yeah.
They killing shit.
Killing it.
So, you know.
I love it. Wallo, what keeps you so hyped? Like, you got the most energy out of any person that I think I know right now. Like, you're online. This is the most chill I've ever seen you. But you wake up every single day. Since I've known you, I've not seen one day where you've missed waking up and motivating other people. Like, what keeps you driven to do that?
So listen, shout out to my mom, right? You know what? Mom, shout out Big Jack. What happened was when I was young, I was amped up. They was trying to throw me on some pills. My mom wasn't going for that shit.
Like for what? ADHD?
I was just amped up. I was turned up. They was like, you got to put him. She's like, no, I ain't doing for that. That was the greatest thing that happened to me. You know what I mean? I always been amped my whole life. And then, you know, being in the cell for so long, coming out here, it's like, man, every day I wake up, I ain't in the joint. I'm like, yo, it's on, you know?
It's on.
Yeah, I'm going to turn up. You know what I mean? So that's what it is, man. I'm just charged up about life because there's always some new opportunity every day.
What do you think about people who have not experienced necessarily what you're experiencing, but they got a world full of excuses as to why they're not getting to the next level?
That's on them. Like I ain't sympathetic for nobody that's not. If you want to keep playing games, that's on you. Either you're gonna play games or you're gonna do what you need to do to win. Like we can't play when you're an adult. When you're an adult, turn it up. Stop playing. You mean to tell me I got a satellite in my pocket? I got a satellite? You got a satellite in your pocket, you can find any information, anything you need, and you playing games?
Yeah. I hear all the time people say, I'm just not motivated, Donnie. What keeps you motivated? And I always tell people that's the worst question ever to ask me, because what motivates me is not going to motivate you. Like, my motivation to become who I am today and what I've been able to do was my daughter. A lot of times I'm hearing from young people like, y'all don't have kids. So the fact that my daughter motivates me means nothing. I tell entrepreneurs every day to ask better questions. When people tell you that they're not motivated, they need motivation. What does that make you feel or think?
It depends on, you know, what they spending their time on. Because, you know, people say, I'm not motivated. I'm not, man, get up. Stop bullshit, man. You can win out here. It's sweet out here. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know what to tell them, man. Like a lot of times I don't know what to tell some people. I don't got all the answers. I know that it's 24 hours in a day. Time don't like none of us. If you want it, you're going to go get it. That's all I know. If you don't, because you got time to party, you got time to smoke hookah, you got time to be on Instagram worrying about somebody's business, you got time to gossip. That's on you then. If you ain't got time to grind, that's on you. You don't want this shit.
Yeah.
Can we be real? See,
Please.
Black people don't want to be real about this shit.
I want to be real.
Everybody is not going to be no entrepreneur. They not built for everything that come with this shit. Everybody been looking at, oh my God, it's so easy. Everybody been selling entrepreneurship. That ain't how the world work.
Yeah.
If that was the case, who gonna feed you? Who gonna cook your food when you in the restaurant? Huh?
Yeah.
Who gonna wait at the table? Huh? Who gonna park your car at the valet? Everybody. And that's why so many people is frustrated, because people is not operating in a special. What's your special? DMX rap was his special. Jay-Z rap was his special. Shaq basketball was his special. Kobe basketball was it. Michael Jordan, that was their special.
What's your special?
My special is what I'm doing. Touching people, pushing people, encouraging people, speaking of souls. That's what I do. I'm an energy provider. I'm an electrician. I'm how can I say it? I'm an electricity company. And that's what I do. That's my special. Robbery and being a street nigga wasn't my special. That's why I lost. People is out here operating. Okay, oh my God, you see a girl. Oh my God. Oh, she got a body. Now let me go get my body. Then she sell here. Let me sell here. That ain't your special, baby.
Yeah.
You probably gonna miss your opportunities because you're not operating in your special.
Yeah.
Oh, well, they got a podcast. Let me start one. That might not be your special. Your special might have been to do graphic. What do you do already that you enjoy doing every day without getting paid for? That might be your special.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to be a rapper. You're really a master mechanic, bro.
You're an engineer.
You could have made a lot of money off of that.
Yeah.
You might really be the manager. Like, there's no managers out here. There's no managers out here. There's 1,000 rappers, but I'm like, where's the manager that say, I want to build relationships. I'm going to go and connect them. I'm going to get them booked. I'm going to get them PR. Like, where's that person at? I'm going to get them studio time.
Nobody wants to be an employee anymore. It's like this day of entrepreneurs, like this new environment of entrepreneurs. And I think it's partly our fault. I'm not saying like ours, me and you specifically, but I'm talking about this generation of entrepreneurs who say, I don't want to work for anybody. I don't want to do this. I don't clock in. We've made everybody feel like working for somebody else is like a low level. Like it's the floor. No,
that's not. If I wasn't, listen, man, I tell people all the time, damn, they be like, Gil asked me the other day, he always asks me this. It's a different answer every time, but recently I said, man, I'd have worked at Target, man. He said, what? I said, listen, I'd have went to Target and I'd have worked the machine. I'd have went from stock clerk to manager. Next thing you know, I'd have been a regional manager. Next thing you know, I'd have been corporate somewhere, and they'd have been giving me six figures a year, and I'd have been operating off of them. I'd have been the dude that go around the country talking to different teams within the Target system, to where as though I'll be riding around seeing a bunch of different cities, staying in top flight hotels, flying first class, all on the system dollar, all on their budget, and living a life.
It's easy to say that though, but you're not that guy. Man, why aren't you that guy?
Listen, I'm not that guy because I'm where I'm at. But if I had to be, I was. I'm the dude that has 6 jobs in jail. You only can have 1. I'm dead serious.
In jail.
Boys that know me in jail, listen, I was a cook. I'm a hell of a chef. Listen, I was the night cook on the night shift. Me and my homeboy Psycho. Shout out to him. We used to make the main course. We make say we got to make spaghetti. We got to make it for 5,000. So we got it was crazy. Big kettles. I was the cook. I used to work at the outside warehouse. I used to work on the farm. I used to give out the clothing exchange. I was a block worker. And I had like 15 jobs, man.
In prison.
And I wasn't getting paid for all of them. I was only getting paid for one, but I had to get about to sell. You know what I'm saying? So I used to be all over the place.
Yeah.
So I'm not a dude that got a problem with hard work. I don't have no problem with that. Shout out to all the hard workers that make our life better, because people got to understand, everybody keep knocking the job. But most of the people that's knocking the job is the ones that's out here begging and borrowing. They ain't got nothing coming. Like everybody got, like all right, for instance, I did a post the other day and I said, listen, a lot of people going to have to sit out this summer. I sit out many summers. Since I've been home, I've been sitting out summers. And the reason I say that is because people going to sit here this summer. They're going to go out. They're going to go to Miami. They're going to take the trips. They're going to smoke the hookah. They're going to do all the drinks, drink all the lemon drops, buy the clothes they ain't supposed to buy, eat at the restaurants that's outside of their budget. And then when the whole celebration of summer is over, you're going to have family members asking family members, talking about they need money for children and clothes to go to school. People is living against their overhead out here.
And you know them in real life.
Yeah, we all know him. Come on, man. We black folk. We all know him.
We all know him.
They gonna pop it. They gonna be on the ground, and then they gonna be hitting people up in the joint, and then they gonna get attitude when you say no.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I'm the type of person send them a picture or copy the link from the page. Oh, you had a good time in Miami this week.
You be sending them their Instagram posts.
Yeah, what you mean? Yo, I ain't got it.
Look at the reel that you posted 3
Yeah,
months
you cool.
ago.
You living a life.
You were good.
You was popping your shit and all that.
We outside.
Because one thing about us, we love front for people back home, no matter where we at. You know, Atlanta is filled with a bunch of people. Let me break Atlanta down to you real quick.
Be careful.
Man, I ain't gonna be careful.
Be careful.
I'm gonna get a real truth up. Truth hurt.
Here. Okay.
You understand? But you know what? I should tell a lie because they love to lie. They in love with lies out here.
No.
People love lies.
People do love lies.
They love them.
But they, you know what?
No, the truth is disrespectful.
You know what I'm learning though? People love lies so much that they don't even know what the truth is anymore. Mm-hmm. Like they really are believing.
That's why a lot of people
shit.
is not in no good position. But I'm gonna break Atlanta down to you, and it's gonna, be real.
Okay.
The population of Atlanta need to go down, but a lot of people is not embracing the reality of it. The population of Atlanta is filled with people from Philly, D.C., Baltimore, Detroit, Jersey, New York, Cleveland, Chicago, Pittsburgh, Boston, all that type. Majority of the people is from that area. Mm-hmm. It ain't like it's from. A lot of people, they should have been went home. But it's the fact of how they're going to be embraced when they go home. Because they've been down here on the Instagram popping they shit for so long. Mm. They've been showing this lifestyle like anything cool. See, going back home and starting over is the failure. So they can't pop their shit to the girls they grew up with, or the girls they didn't like, or the girls that once took their boyfriend or whatever this new person that they created, this illusion they created. Mm-hmm. That's why most of the city messed up. Out of towners fucked this city up.
For sure.
Nobody want to say that though. They fucked Atlanta up, and it's just a bunch of people down here that's JBM, just barely making it, and faking it.
Yeah.
And they don't want to leave the town.
People from Atlanta say that all the time. We're always saying all these out-of-towners have come in and messed the city up.
Oh, you from Atlanta? I thought you was from D.C. somewhere.
So, no. I am originally from New Orleans, but I went to school in Atlanta. I've been here since.
So this your city?
Elementary school. Yeah, this is my city for sure. I claim them both. But what I will say is growing up, there was a totally, like entrepreneurship. I remember hearing my mom say when I was a little girl that the reason that she moved here is because Black people were thriving specifically in entrepreneurship. And I remember those times, it's really like, we're getting together to build legitimate businesses and people are really interested in learning and really interested in building something for the legacy. Now it feels like, not even just in Atlanta, Wallo, now it feels like the climate of entrepreneurship right now, everybody wants something real fast. Everybody wants Wallo's story. You've been in prison 20 years, you get out 6 years, you're a multimillionaire, you're one of the most respected Black entrepreneurs in the world right now. Everybody wants that. Nobody wants the slow motion. But they don't understand the things that you did in prison over those 20 years to prepare you for this moment.
No, but see, this is what they don't understand. You said something important that they don't understand. And see, we got a generation of right now. This generation right now, and what's sad about this generation right now is that the people from our generation adapted the mentality of right now, like this generation. That's sad. Now, you just said something that's very important that you missed out on. 6 years. Mm-hmm. They don't got to understand. I got up every day. Mm-hmm. I took it to the gram every day. Mm-hmm. I never took a day off yet. Mm-hmm. They don't understand that part. Mm-hmm. I didn't have the lavish life. Majority of this, I didn't have the money. Mm-hmm. I didn't have the stuff that people had. I didn't have none of that. Only thing I had was my phone and some Wi-Fi. So people got to look at that. The issue is, number one, entrepreneurship ain't for everybody. And I just think that people really got to wake up and stop playing games and really be willing to say, you know what is my truth? Like me, if I'm moving somewhere, I wouldn't move to Atlanta. I move to like Houston or somewhere else.
That's another Atlanta.
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's bigger. And people really got money down there more than here. They got that bag down there.
They got the bag.
There's a lot of money down there. Down here, I'm not saying you got a lot of artists down here that's making the money, athletes making the money, but I'm talking about just every day. It's it's wide space. You got different cultures down there. It's more of a melting pot, and you can get it off there. And here's Charlotte. There's a lot of places you get it off at. But here it's just like, me, I come down here and destroy it though. I can destroy wherever I'm at. But I'm just talking about the everyday person that's not me.
I feel like you're saying you're moving to the South.
I'm not saying that, but I could come down here.
Is it possible? And
destroy it. I might get a spot.
Mm-hmm. You know what if you got a woman in the South?
Oh man, that's another story, man.
What if? I want to know the answer to that.
It's different then. You know what I mean? Probably it might get different. Like one thing about it, you never know how things change. What you shooting? You shot again? What you saying to me? Say that shit then. Say what you saying.
I wish people could hear our phone conversation.
No, you keep saying what you're saying. Say that then.
I asked you if you're moving to the South.
You want me to move to the South?
I would love to have you in that.
No, stop playing games. Stop remixing the voice. Don't give me your podcast voice. I'm looking at look me in my eyes. You want me to move down here? Huh?
You better cut it out.
See. I see. We supposed to be transparent.
But I would be interested in knowing if you're open to moving to Atlanta for any reason.
Man, it's
Hey, CEO Donnie Wiggins here, and I am so excited to announce my new mentorship group is dropping. You may have already heard about it, but I wanted you to hear it from the horse's mouth directly from me. My new mentorship group, Actionable CEO, for entrepreneurs who are interested in professional growth, personal growth, and financial growth. You want to learn from me. Y'all have been asking for this for the last 3 years, and I have finally brought Actionable CEO back to serve you every single week. Direct mentorship from me. You will also hear from other people who are in my community that I believe will be greatly impactful to you. You're going to get behind the scenes. We're going to be spending some time together live. This is not pre-recorded. This is live mentorship. So if you are an entrepreneur and you want to be connected, feel connected, you want to elevate your brand, you want to elevate your life, you want to elevate your level of success, Actionable CEO is for you. ActionableCEO.com. See you there.
You never know.
Mm-hmm. I haven't had the Go Crazy package yet, though, so I can't really speak from personal experience. You remember the Go Crazy package? We talked about it before. For those who are brand new to this conversation, Wallo, you were giving us super game when we did the Social Proof podcast. We were talking about dating and how you prefer to date. And you believe that people who are right here in the dating space right now, they got it all wrong. They got it all wrong. And as an entrepreneur, so here's the thing. Right now, I'm single, you're single. I love dating apps. Are you on dating apps?
No, I heard a lot of chicks on them. You know what's crazy? I was on the apps when I was in jail. I told you about that.
I cannot believe you on these. You dead serious.
Listen, that was my come up.
What do you mean?
Listen, when I was in jail, I was on the joint. You could pull these joints up and pop them up. You had plenty of fish.
Plenty of fish.
That was a real joint on the street. My man girl, I sent her bio, she put it on there for me. And I wound up catching this chick on there, right? She used to move out for me. Shout out to Tonya, right? She used to come and see me and everything. I'm telling you, she was moving out for a minute. Mm-hmm. But somebody came, she wound up getting knocked up, she disappeared on me, but we was cool. Okay. But listen, the whole twist is, you got a joint called Friends Beyond the Wall. You got writerprisoner.com, writerprisoner.com, Friends Beyond the Wall. I was on them joints. I used to have some mean pen pals. I used to come up.
But that's the only reason you wanted it at that time was because you didn't have the option.
But I don't think I need it right now. All I got to do is walk in the mall. All I got to do is go on my DM.
But are those going to be real substantial relationships opportunities?
Listen, it's crazy people on them dating sites too.
For sure.
So you don't know. You got to really go through this. You got to go through the whole cycle of this stuff.
My philosophy though is like, first of all, the whole single life, I got to be honest, I hate it here. I'm fine being single, meaning I'm truly happy. Like, because of my upbringing and because of some of the things that I went through early on, like being in significant poverty that I caused myself, I spent years having to be by myself, right? And just having to find happiness to keep from going crazy. So I can be alone and in my space. I'm not like one of those people that have to have somebody. But I love being loved. Like I love cuddling. I love having somebody to talk to. I love having my built-in +1. But I don't like the going out and meeting somebody. I'm so shy. Like it seems like nobody ever believes it. I'm so shy. I like hiding behind the screen of swipe left, swipe left. Oh, he's cool. Let me swipe right. And then being able to do that little bit of small talk before I just X them out. Like if we're out in public and I'm on a first date, I like shrink a little bit because I'd be so shy.
Why you ain't never shy when I step in the room?
Why are you playing with these people like this?
I ain't playing with them. I know you ain't shy with me.
What do you mean I'm not shy with you,
You ain't
Wallo?
never shy with me though.
I'm shy all the time. I'm shy right now. I'm shy right now. But you're I cannot. We are not talking about me and you.
I'm just saying though. I'm just talking about this transparency. I'm just saying like why you shy when you're not shy when I'm around.
Okay, y'all look, let me just tell y'all real quick. Wallo is doing this on purpose, okay?
Just transparency.
Wallo is doing
Ain't
this
just
on
full
purpose.
transparency.
Wallo
How you
is
freezing
doing
up? You
this
the
on
host.
purpose. We be on the phone having conversations about business and the direction of entrepreneurs today.
But I'm just saying, I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about why you, right? But still, anytime I'm around you, you don't be shy. I'm just telling you that. When we talking, you don't be shy. Mm-hmm. That's all I'm saying. I ain't, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I ain't saying what I'm saying as you think I'm saying, but if you think I'm saying what I'm saying, that's what I'm saying.
Okay. I'm going to bring you back.
Go ahead, do your thing.
I'm going to bring you back.
Go ahead.
You know,
Go ahead.
Bottom line is, we're not talking about dating anymore.
Why? We talk about everything.
I cannot. You're having like, I tell them at the beginning of this podcast that we're having a conversation, like pretend like we're at lunch, and you really doing it. You really acting like we on a dinner date or something like that, having a conversation.
I was supposed to so you know what it is? You know what it is though? You know what it is though? You know what it is? I'm going to tell you what it is.
What is it?
You love to lie.
No, I don't love the lie.
I'm being truthful. I
don't love the lie. But you are doing the most.
I'm doing the most, and we supposed to be transparent?
You doing the most. We don't ever talk like this.
All right, go ahead.
You doing the most. Okay, anyway. So, you mad at me now?
No, I'm not mad. I'm going to take it.
Are you sure?
Listen, one thing about it, I never pull a woman card, even if she wrong.
Even if she wrong?
No, I'm a man. I'm a man. So I'm never going, I let it fall on me.
Oh, gosh. Mm-hmm.
So whatever you say, I'm just going.
So, there are people who are going through their own journeys. We got entrepreneurs in the room right now who are looking for how to. I was just talking to these guys, and they are struggling to be taken seriously as entrepreneurs in front of the crowd that they want to be taken seriously in front of, right? They don't want to deal with people their age. They want to talk to people who are older. And I don't necessarily, like, there are plenty of people who struggle to be taken seriously. I want to know how you got taken seriously. Like, if we're being totally real, like, you are coming out of prison, 20 years, and you come out and it looks like you just took off. How did you get people to stop seeing the felon, Wallo, and start seeing the businessman?
No. You know what? As young people, I'm going to say this to you. If you go back, you do the research on me. I wasn't taken serious. They thought I was a fucking joke. People laughed at me. Who this dude running down the street? He tripping. Who can he be? Come out of jail. Tell me. Listen, when you black and American, you doing anything different, you're going to get criticized. Mm-hmm. We only embrace what's cool, but cool don't always last. Mm-hmm. What I done wasn't cool. A person running down the street, the whole thing that I had going on the body, nobody never done this shit before. Mm-hmm. So that's a false. I went through a lot of shit to be who I, came to be, because it was like people didn't understand it. Black people fear what they didn't understand, but the people that did, they got the message and they held on to it. Because I knew it was 8 billion people on this planet. I didn't need everybody. Mm-hmm. But the thing time with young people, where they get stuck at, they be so fascinated with being accepted by their peers that it'll stop them from even moving. Mm-hmm. They won't even get it all because they like, oh my God, my peers not accepting me, so it's not going to work.
Yeah.
Who is your peers? You mean to tell me the people that's in your immediate circle that's going to school with you? Mm-hmm. Or what about the people on the planet? Mm. What about the people if you're in Atlanta, what about the people in DC? What about the people in Boston? Mm-hmm. What about the people in San Diego? Mm-hmm. We got a satellite. Mm-hmm. People got to stop. Listen, this is what they got to stop. I keep telling these people, they're kids and adults. 6, 12, 18, 24, 36. That's months. Mm-hmm. You do something any day, every day, you're gonna materialize it if you're willing to wait for it. Yeah. Because you'll be rocking out. You'll do something. You'll come up with an idea, but you won't stay down long enough. Mm-hmm. And then this is what happened to 90% of the people. They'll be doing something. Oh, I'm going to create this. I'm going to sell, mushroom burgers, whatever they're going to do. I'm going to start a shack. I'm going to just get me a food truck, sell mushroom burgers. They're going to get the media hit from their family, friends. They're going to come there. It's going to support it, the grand opening. Bang. Oh, my God. Oh, they're going to come. Then once they don't get the popularity, the traction don't keep coming. Because most of the people that came the first time, they only came. There's 2 reasons they probably came. You're a black business or they family and friends. So they're going to come for that natural support, whether they like it or not. They're going to keep going a little bit. And then they don't keep getting that same thing that the first day came. 5, 6 months, they're going to stop. And they're going to be chilling one day, or somebody going to send them a post of somebody that took the mushroom burger and killed it. They created that. They probably took their whole joint, took the mushroom burger. Now they got it in the big box stores. They got it froze. They figured out, how can we make a frozen mushroom burger? We can freeze it and sell it in the stores so we can have a vegan option.
Yeah.
Another vegan option that people going to like. You got to think about it. You ain't got to be no vegan to eat a mushroom burger. You could be somebody that just like mushrooms. How many people like mushrooms? Everybody don't.
Yeah.
But it's an army of people that like mushrooms that might try the mushroom burger that's not vegan. So is you going to do your research on that? Damn, let's do my research on that. Who can I get? Can I get somebody that can manufacture this? Like the whole time you came up with the idea, but you bailed out and you jumped out too early. Now you see somebody, you looking at it, somebody on YouTube talking about how they created the frozen mushroom burger and they coming up. So a lot of people give up too quick and then you wind up seeing people what you done because they was willing to stay down long enough.
Yeah. When you came out of prison, did you know that the Wallo that you are today is the man that you would become?
No, I just knew I had to get up every day. I'd be lying if I told you that. No, I just knew I had ideas in my mind. And when I was in jail, I was in a university mindset. So I always would educate myself, watching my man Anthony Bourdain all the time. Rest in peace to him. That was one of the greatest people in the world to me, because what he did is he exposes himself to new life. A lot of times people don't win because they lack exposure. Oh, I'm from Atlanta. Okay. Do you understand there's a world bigger than that? There's a culture is bigger than that. Oh, I'm black. Do you understand there's a bunch of different cultures outside of black culture? Oh, I'm from the hood. Do you understand there's different cultures than hood culture? So we lack exposure. So a lot of times we can't win.
Yeah. Who put you on the right path?
Jail did. Not want to be in the cell no more. Understanding that, man, this shit is for the birds, man. I got a lot of stuff I could be doing. Just being, once you wake up and you'll start embracing your individualism, you realize, damn, I was in the streets following a bunch of ideas and an outlook that didn't even mean something. I was smarter than this, but I wasn't strong enough to be an individual enough to say, you know what, I'm not going to be impressionable. I was young. And I always tell you, man, in the ghetto, man, growing up in the ghetto, the drug dealer run that stuff. And you see the drug dealer with the most beautifulest girl in the hood. This back in the day. Yeah. He got the biggest car. Everybody respect him. Got the jewelry. Got the drip on. I needed to be that. And the ghetto tell you, if you're not getting no money, you don't matter. I always knew growing up you had to get some money. To have a woman, you had to get some money. To live a certain lifestyle, to eat certain way, you had to get some money. And you had to get that by any means necessary growing up when I grew up. So,
I think that the world tells you that, period.
Yeah.
I think the world.
You better get some money.
If you ain't getting no money, you're nothing. That's why we're in this right now kind of climate right now.
And it's getting worse. You can't even have a relationship if you ain't getting no money.
Were you dating before you had money? Like, were you dating broke? Have you ever been in a situation where a woman was the breadwinner in your relationship?
I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you an unbelievable story. Nobody knew this.
Tell me.
Shout out to April Diva Styles, my ex, right?
I love her.
She's amazing. I'm going to tell you something that nobody know. So I remember, man, it was New Year's Day, 2019.
Okay.
I take her to Disneyland, right? Because she never been there before as a kid. I said, what? We going there tomorrow. We get on a flight, go there. We get there, we doing our thing. And I'm going to say, was I broke?
Probably.
Let me see.
If you got to think about it, you were broke. Keep going.
No, I don't know. I'm going to say something. I'm going to say, I don't believe I was broke. I believe, hold up. I don't believe.
Are you calling her?
Yeah, hold up.
I love.
Let's see.
Hello.
I got to ask you a question, right? Now, listen. I'm telling the story on this show about the time we was at the Waldorf Historian. Before I tell it, I just want to ask you a question. When me and you met each other, when I walked up in the store, I didn't have. But was I broke or was I doing all right for myself? What position was I in? I'm just saying, being honest. Where was I at financially?
You were doing okay. You were surviving.
So it's survived, but it's survived. But at that time, you never had to pay for nothing. So
no.
But listen, I'm telling them the story. Now I know you're gonna laugh. When we came back from Disney World and we go back to the hotel, and they say, "Excuse me, Mr. Peoples, you gotta charge your card or something." It did my card decline, and you peeped it. You never said nothing that day, so I thought you didn't peep it. You peeped it and said, "No, hold up, hey, just put this on there." You remember that day?
I remember. I didn't tell you till years later?
You didn't tell me the years later, and I was like, you held it in the cut, but it was like, I thought you never peeped that. Because I'm like, damn, I'm slipping.
I peeped it and I walked away a little bit to give you your space.
Yes, you did. You did. You peeped it. You walked away to gain my space, and I was just like, damn, that was wild, man. Because that was the first time we really went out. We went on dinner dates, but to go outside. And was that the first time on first class? Who paid for the flight? Me or you? Because that was first.
I want to say me.
Yeah,
because I put you on your first class flight.
Yes,
Okay,
yes, you did.
upgrade.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You
Okay,
did. You did.
okay,
You did. You did.
upgrade.
You did.
I want to say me.
You did. You put me on the first. You put me on my first class flight. You put me on. You put me on that, and you schooled me to the 5-star restaurants, top flight hotels.
Hotels.
Yeah, you did that. You did that. You did that. Because I was just, you know me. I was a boy. I go to L.A. on a what's the flight on any joint, the joint of the Spirit, and I stay at an airport hotel, but I get the job done.
It's so crazy because you will not do that now. It's no way. I couldn't see you doing that.
Okay.
If you had to, but yeah.
I'm gonna let you go. Let me finish this interview. All right.
Wait a minute. So you're not necessarily broke at this time. Now, to put things in perspective, at that time, April is a multiple 7-figure entrepreneur.
Oh yeah, getting money.
She getting to the bag.
Serious bag.
You attract her. You're not making 7 figures at that time.
Nah.
Were you making 6 figures at that time?
A year?
A year.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Okay, so you making 6 figures. Now you're dating a woman though who lives well above your means, at least. She's the breadwinner. How does that make you feel as a man?
I ain't had no problem with it because I think the way I got her, I just walked into her establishment, pulled up in the Prius and just peeled her.
Wait a minute. Well, what does that even mean?
I peeled her.
New York talk. What
No,
does that
I'm
mean?
from Philly. No, hold it. Get that right. I'm from Philly. No, you see, because we live in a town, I ain't bought her. I caught her. I walked up in there
You
with
ain't
me.
bought her.
I caught her. I walked in there, operated. Listen, I'll never forget. I pulled up Gil in the car. We in East Baltimore, Monument Street. I pulled over because me and Gil was going to do some business stuff. I said, damn, I got an address. Pulled over.
How did you even know who she was? Like you saw her on the internet?
She came in my DM. She was on me.
So she approached you in your DM.
She said, this is what she said. I'm proud of you. So when she wrote that in my DM, I'm like, oh, she all over me.
Oh my goodness.
She was on me. So then we
Okay.
get to playing phone tag. I'm saying, give me your number. We get to playing phone tag, talking on the phone and all this stuff. So when I just was on there, I randomly just pulled up.
And you go in.
I go in at the time, she was dealing with somebody, but she break down. When I slide through that joint, I slide up in there. I have my
Wait,
Vans
for
on.
the reference, see, because this is still the when you say I slide up in there, we're talking about the building.
Yeah, building.
The building.
I slid up
Okay.
in there. Listen, what's going on? So when she had to buzz the door, she was like, she started, oh my God. I slid up and I said, what's up, baby? What's going on? What we doing? I gripped her up, hugged on her, and it was a wrap after that.
At the first hello, you grip her up, you hug on her, you rub on her.
Yeah, she loved it there. And I left. She was still in the situation. So she told me, she said, listen, man, I'm in a situation. I don't want to be, you know what I mean? So I don't want to bring you into that. So I kept saying, yeah, whatever. Calling her, what's up? What we doing? Mm-hmm. She was like, what is you doing? I'll pop up down Baltimore. What's up? I'm down here. Let's do lunch.
Yeah.
She was like, where you at? Boom. And, so it was just like, it was what it was.
The first time y'all took a trip, the very first trip, who paid for it?
That was that trip.
That was the Disney trip?
Yeah, that was the first day.
That was the first.
No, any other thing I'll be paying. She said she paid for the flight, but she probably did. She got first class. I paid for the hotel. I paid for Disney World and all the food and all that stuff.
Okay. Do you believe in women going 50-50 in a relationship with their man?
Nah.
So if you don't believe in that, but now you're dating this entrepreneur woman, you're an entrepreneur man, she paid for the flights, first class.
Yeah.
So this is likely a 50-50 situation.
No, I wasn't 50-50 because anything she do, I always gave her the money.
So you gave her the money back.
Yeah, I always done that. Mm-hmm. So I either give her the money back or do things for, you know what I mean? Because her whole thing is like I fly a certain, she's like, all right, let me get the flight. She did that. Mm-hmm. I didn't tell her to do that. I ain't asked her to do that.
Okay.
I would have done it. You know what I'm saying?
Doing it.
Yeah,
okay.
At the time I had like one of them credit one debit cards. It only had like a $700 max. I didn't even know I maxed out. You know what I'm saying? So,
this is the card that declined?
Yeah.
So you over the limit.
Yeah,
You putting everything on this card.
Yeah.
She then gives them her card.
Yeah. She's like, hold up, no, it ain't no John. So I'm like, damn, she probably ain't peeped, but she peeped it.
She definitely peeped it. You know what though? I'm the same way. If there's a situation where there's trouble financially with the guy and we're out, like his card not going through, the waiter might come back and say, hey, do you have another card? I act like I didn't hear none of that because I don't want to embarrass you. I don't care what the situation is. I don't care how much money you have. I didn't hear any of that. Now, if I have to step in, I'm going to step in, but I want to give you the space to be a man first. Like she said, she walked away. How were you feeling in that moment, though, when your card declined? Did you have another option?
I'm from the hood. I ain't care.
You got to care.
I only had one card at that time.
So were you going to turn around and ask?
I ain't had my, because I ain't even, like it was just a get up and go joint. I ain't had my bank card. I had a lot of stuff I didn't have. Mm-hmm. But it was like, I just was like, I ain't even care. I'm just like, well, we together. It wasn't about like, I ain't got no ego, so I wasn't tripped out. Mm-hmm. My whole thing is like, we here, we having a good time. You understand? You going, you know.
Wallo, you're not telling the truth.
Telling the truth about what?
You absolutely have ego.
Who, me? You think I got an ego?
For sure you have ego.
Who, me?
Yes, you. Who,
damn.
me?
Damn, I didn't know you saw about me.
You absolutely have. You are full of ego. Let me tell you something. You are the cockiest person I know.
Damn, me?
And you know, yes, get this. Yes, you.
Me?
Yes, you.
I thought I was humble.
No.
So you saying I be popping it? I ain't know I be popping it.
You pop your shit every chance you get. You're that guy, and you know that. You talking about with me and you. You're not. I mean, you just did it in front of the whole world.
You talking about with me and you.
You just did it in front of the whole world.
You talking about with me and you.
I am also
because we having a conversation.
But we've had conversations with other people present, and you still gonna pop your stuff.
No, you know what it is though. I got that social proof.
Look, you better. You got the social proof. After the way you did this, I better get good mornings all the time. Like this energy that you're giving me right now, this energy better stay this energy.
How about this? What time Target close?
We going to Target?
We going to Target.
We going to Target.
Watch
I get
this.
the whole basket.
You do you.
I get the whole basket.
Go crazy.
Go crazy. Tell us what the go crazy package
is.
Just for clarity.
No. We're going to take the crew. We're going to shoot over there. No. We're going to make sure they can see it. You can put this in the episode. I'm taking her to Target. I'm taking her to Target. I'm going to teach y'all the go crazy package. Okay. You got your car out there? We can fill your tank up. All right, cool.
It's electric.
Oh, damn, we can't see.
Dang, but I got enough charge to go wherever go crazy.
Don't worry. We're going to go crazy. I'm going to show y'all how to do it. She think I'm capping.
Reese, can we do this? We can get the go
Let's
crazy.
Get a camera.
Zell, we got the camera. Dalton, we got the cameras.
Yep.
We going crazy. Do you go crazy for everybody?
No.
I'm
going to say this, though. Can I say something? Like, if you having sexual relations with a woman.
Okay, for clarity. No,
I'm not saying you. I'm not saying we talking. I'm talking about.
My daughter is in the room.
I know. I'm talking about a woman.
But it doesn't even matter. If you were not in the room, we're still not. You know what I mean?
Listen. But no, what I'm saying is, how did she came? How did she get here? She like, Mom, cap. But can I say this?
Yes.
I think we got to start as a man. Listen, I grew up in a time where as though all my OGs, they got a shitload of money. They was drug dealers. They was all type of stuff. Some of them was hard workers. But I grew up in a time where women wasn't like they was now. Mm-hmm. Men took care of everything. Mm-hmm. My soul is different. So I can't say everybody get the same thing, but I'm not going to be having relations with a woman and she can't call me and, you know what I mean?
Ask you for something.
Because I'm dealing with certain type of women anyway. So I'm not going to be dealing with no women that's on that, you know what I mean? And some of them don't have to ask for, a lot of them don't have to ask for nothing if I'm dealing with you. You know what I'm saying? So that's just me. That's where I come from. I can't, all this new age stuff, yo, you simping if you do this. A lot of these dudes ain't never get no women. They even be talking about people that's on, like you got a lot of people that's not even financially in the same category to be speaking on what certain men doing.
First of all, it's a whole lot of conversations happening on these podcasts by a whole lot of unqualified
No,
people.
listen. It's a whole lot of conversation happening on podcasts about men that never got no women. Show me the women you've been. Go on your phone and show me the 10 women you dealt with. And we're going to see if you even qualify, and then show your financial statements, bro.
Yeah.
So you got to be talking from that point of what you can and what you're not going to do.
Yeah.
Your finances don't say you can.
Can't do it.
And then my whole thing is like this. Like you said, it's too many people speaking on like, come on, man. What your baby mom look like, man? Who is she?
Who is she? What does she look like?
Yeah, what woman did you peel?
Yeah. I feel like we are in a space right now from a dating perspective. I feel like we're in this space right now where it's like the black woman against the black man.
And we ain't got to be that way. I just think we need to just have a universal truce. A white flag got to be raised because both sides is cocky and egomaniacs and popping each shit. I just think we just got to calm it down.
How do we start it?
Because no, this is what happened. A lot of us is hurt. So a lot of it is defense mechanisms. And all it takes is one person. You got to understand. A dude getting hurt versus a woman is different. Our bleed out is different. A man gonna bleed out different.
Oh, y'all can't handle it.
A man gonna bleed. I can't take it. Especially, you know when the bleed out hurt the most with women. I had a conversation with it. Women, y'all move differently now. So a woman is a dip in a week and be somewhere in Miami with her feet out.
Period. Taking pictures across from somebody who ain't gonna make the screen.
Not just that, not even that. Some of them be crazy. They have a hand on their leg. You see that presidential Rolex on the leg, and them diamonds. You be like, oh my God.
You see that AP.
You start
like,
bleeding. You bleed.
Not the selfie, and you see the stars in the roof.
If you see the stars,
in the roof. It's a wrap.
You see the stars, that extra luggage there, that manly luggage.
Yes.
Anything you see, that dinner table, and you see that drink, you see that, when you see that wrist there, and the wrist stupid,
you
like, shit. Especially if you're not financially there, and then she not answering that phone, she ain't answering no text, she ain't saying nothing.
She not responding.
And,
she not looking at your story.
No.
Interested.
And you ain't gonna know because everybody got a burner page. Listen, so at the end of the day, she probably check because she want to see your reaction. She want to see how you start posting on the gram.
Yeah,
that's when dudes start posting all the slick captions about for the podcast boys and shit about women because they bleed out.
Yeah.
It'll turn you into a monster.
When the last time somebody had you bleed out?
I don't know.
No.
I don't know.
When's the last time Wallo was on his knees bleeding out?
A real bleed out. Let me see. When was the bleed out? I think
because what people don't know is you're this tough guy. Like I'm this tough.
No. Hold. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you a vicious bleed out. When me and April broke up, I was bleeding out. That was my first real relationship in my life. And I'll never forget. We was on a flight back from LA. Gil sat down. He looked me in my eyes. He said, "Nigga, tighten the fuck up. Fuck is you doing?" You see what I'm saying? And we had a real conversation. Cuz said, "The fuck, man? You ain't on point, man. You slipping, nigga. You ain't who you boom, 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 bang. You be because there's certain things that I do in the business, certain things that he did in the business. You know what I mean? And I'm the boy to go get the money. And he said that, and I'll tell you, when he told me that, he told me to tighten the fuck up. We had that real conversation on that flight back from LA. We were sitting next to each other on the plane. And man, I must have went and got $2 million within that month. I snapped the fuck out because you just be bleeding in different ways. Like, because when you, like, we just be egomaniacs out here sometimes, and sometimes we don't admit it hurt when everybody got this thing like it's just so easy to move on. Yeah. That shit don't be easy. People make it look good on the gram, and people try to escape the reality of what they feeling. So they might go out and go on that date. They might go on that trip. But the whole time you might be on the trip, you might be on a date. You thinking about your person or who or whatever you was with. Yeah. So she thinking about that. You thinking about it. So y'all both bleeding. But the ego won't allow y'all to call you and be like, "Baby, I miss you. Baby, I miss you too."
Do you need to call her now and say, "Baby, I miss you"?
No, I ain't. We cool. We had a great place. We cool.
You cool now?
We share a daughter. Her daughter came into my life Day. I love her to death. When I met her, and that's my heart there. So it's like we always gonna be good people, no matter, regardless of where I'm at in life, regardless of where she at.
Yeah.
We just solid on that. Whereas though we could talk about anything, we kick it about anything. But it's just like I just think that we be too egoed out. See me, just because I'm tight with getting people right in life, that don't mean that I ain't got a soft spot. I'm a human being.
Yeah, you sensitive. You're sensitive and you're sweet.
You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? I just think that like, I just try to tell a lot of us, I don't know why everybody is mad and everybody is so tough and everybody hate women so much. Like, it's to the point where it's dangerous, where I told my homegirl, I was telling Rock, I was like, Rock, man, I was on the phone with Rocky, I was like, Rock. And this was like about 7-8 months ago, close to a year. I said, Rock, it's ready to get dangerous out here. She said, what you mean? I said, from all this hostility, all this angry, violence against women from men is ready to touch an all-time high. Because dudes is pissed off, they enraged because you can't, a lot of dudes just want to control a woman. And when they can't, they get mad. Because women is vicious. They some vicious motherfuckers, man.
What does that mean?
I'm talking about, y'all cold-blooded.
What does that mean?
Man, I tell you, man, you the way y'all do it, the way y'all pop y'all's, that you understand, man. I just seen some legendary bleed outs, man.
Some legendary bleed out?
A bleed out is when, let me tell you something about a bleed out. Let me introduce you to the bleed. A bleed out is when a dude is bleeding out. Dudes bleed out different than women. Women, y'all bleed out naturally a month. But when a dude bleed out, he bleed out from his chest. And he be hurting based off the fact of, I can't believe she's somewhere else with somebody else.
Yeah, y'all can't breathe. Like,
my chest hurt.
You hurt me. I need brunch and drinks with my girls 2 weekends in a row and I'm good. I can function again. I hurt you. You gonna feel it in your chest.
Listen,
you're not gonna be able to breathe for about a month.
No, but see, you saying that from a different woman perspective. These other girls, they go on the fuck you nigga tour. So you gonna feel it, and that's when you see him pop up on a private jet, or see that wrist in that picture at that dinner table. Her girlfriends ain't nowhere to be seen, so you know what she doing.
Her girlfriend's somewhere else. You already went and looked at their page.
You looked at her page, a story, you got the burner.
You looked at that page already. You like, wait, they still in Atlanta. They still in Philly.
Listen, your chest hurt.
Your chest hurt.
If your chest don't hurt, you ain't really love her.
Yeah.
Now, if she make your chest hurt, there's some feelings there. And the best thing you could do is go tell her. You better go tell her immediately, or you better get to one of her girlfriends. Listen, you got it. Listen, he gave y'all the Get Crazy package. He go the Get Back package.
The Get Back. Okay, what's the Get Back package?
Call one of her girlfriends that's cool with you. And be like, yo, man, I need to talk to you, man, about something. Take her out to eat. You might buy a girlfriend a gift, kick it with her. You need somebody to be on your side.
You need an ally.
You need an ally, right? So it just be like, I want my baby back. I'm bleeding. I want my baby back. I can't take it. I want my family. I can't take this shit. You gotta call her mom.
You gotta call her mom.
Call her mom.
If you don't call her mom, you're not serious.
Hey, mom, you can't believe this shit. She gonna be like, what you do now, nigga? It depends on what mom you talking to. Now, if you talking to a mom on the East Coast, New York, Philly, what's the name? She gonna say, what you do now, nigga? You talking to a mom down south, probably Virginia down.
What you do, baby?
What happened, baby? You see what I'm saying? So, and you gotta be like, man, I fucked up. Or it might just, sometimes it could be whatever, because sometimes it don't gotta be you fucked up. It could be that the disagreement, or you don't want to lock in joint.
Yeah.
Because if you don't want to lock in, she's like, all right, you don't want to lock in, it's cool. You do you. You like, all right, I'm gonna do me.
Yeah.
And you think it's just gonna be cool, and then the Miami story pop up.
She'll be all right.
My
Meanwhile, she's
my
on a
chest
yacht
hurt. My chest
in a thong
hurt.
bikini.
Oh, it's different. It's different. Listen, it's different when they in the Satar somewhere, and you notice then you're like, hold up, that joint cost some. I know she ain't pay for that.
She ain't pay for that.
Her girlfriends ain't pay for that because her girlfriend ain't there. Her girlfriend is nowhere to be found. Girlfriend in the gym early in the morning. And then women is vicious because what they do is, in y'all phone, y'all kill a dude and y'all be laying in the bed. Y'all throw some old shit up that we never seen. Yeah. Throw the story. You on the story. They got the beach. They got the be right back. The airplane, you see the clouds.
Yeah,
you like,
you see the clouds through the window.
You're like, where's she going? And your heart be like, you waiting for the next story. You be like, you waiting for the next story.
Wait, don't let it be 2 hours before the next story comes.
You waiting, and then next door you just see the beach, and you're like, you looking at the girlfriend page. She in the gym. Whole time, she is in the house.
Yes. We'll do that.
Listen, she in the house. It depends who you is. You a texter, or you might call it. Damn, what's going on? Like you regular, like you ain't see a story. She like, no, I'm just. She like, you might call her, and she might hit you on the what's name, and then hit you. I'm gonna hit you back.
I hit you back.
I hit you back. You done.
And that hit back don't come till the next day, if at all.
You done.
You can't
Her
even
girlfriend,
focus.
she on the phone, like, girl, don't call him back. He hit you. She's like, don't call him. So you go through the real, like, people, like, listen, man, the bleed out is real.
That's why a lot of men are not focused. Like, that's why we have a lot of successful men right now that just don't want to be in a relationship because they understand what comes with it. Not just the time commitment and the money commitment, but you will get thrown off your game.
You can.
If you're not ready for a relationship. Like, men try to play the I have so many options and all this stuff, but when you find that one woman that you like and she calls it off with you and she means it, you'll be thrown off your game.
And you know what's crazy? A lot of women that I ran into, especially successful women, there's only two things they be wanting. A lot of times, the two things that they be wanting is time, physical touch. So like they just want to chill.
That's where I'm at right now.
They don't because they don't need your paper. You got paper. It's like we came to agreements. We got paper. Most of these girls, they got a bag in their closet. They got all the braids. They got all this stuff. You could do that, but they gonna be like, hold up. They got tired of doing that because sometimes when we do that, it'd be like it takes away the personal feel.
Yeah.
You know.
We really want time. So I always say that my love language is all of them. But if it doesn't, for sure. I need all of that. What was that face for?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just like, damn, you said all of them.
I need all of them. I don't think that I don't think I'll be completely fulfilled in a relationship if I'm not getting the quality time, the words of affirmation, the acts of service, the physical touch, and the gifts. Like, I want all of them. But what I do know is that without quality time, none of the other ones matter to me. None of them. What's your love language? Let me guess. Wait. It's Wallo. Your love language is physical touch, for sure. Without question.
I don't know. It depends, man.
Wallo, you touch everything.
What do you mean?
You do.
I'm not even going to respond to that because if I respond, you're going to be like, I'm tripping.
What's your response? I'm listening. You do. You touch everything.
How was it when I touched you? Did I touch you before? Why are you going to say I touch everything then?
Oh, my God.
That's what I'm saying. You saying like.
Okay. For clarity.
Because you just saying I touch everything.
Yes, you've touched me before. You just touched me when you walked in this room. You wrapped your arms around me in a very deep embrace. Now, you have.
Did you love it there?
You have.
Can I ask you a question? Can I just ask you? Can we be real? Did you love that embrace?
Do I love your embrace?
Did you love it there? Did you love it there when that embrace was taking place? That's all I want to know.
I love your hugs. You have great hugs. Damn. For sure.
I'm a hugger.
I'm
a cuddler.
Seriously.
I'm a cuddler in real life.
I know that
I love to cuddle.
You love to cuddle?
I love it.
I wouldn't know that. But I'm glad I know it now. Just because, I'm already seeing these comments and they're about to go crazy, y'all. I promise you, I wouldn't know if Wallo loves to cuddle. He's just trying to throw me off. Like, you did this on purpose. And I love it here. I do. Because you're pulling to me. Like, we're one of the same person almost. Yeah? Okay. I want some advice on how to grow my podcast. So does the rest of the world, because 90% of our population right now are podcasters. So you have the arguably one of the most entertaining, thrilling, exciting podcasts out right now. Do you believe that you and Gil actually put strategy into how to build this podcast, or did it just kind of happen and take off?
We just was us. It wasn't no real strategy. We just was us. Mm-hmm. We got on there, it was us, and they wanted something, and we just was just being us, and it just worked. Mm-hmm. And I think that's why we was able to basically win in that place, because we were just being us.
Is there somewhere else you want to be right now?
No, I'm just ready to show you something. Is
it somebody you need to?
We need to pause this
and let you.
I'm pulling something up
because I'm gonna make you feel it in your chest in a minute.
I'm pulling something up that's going to bring value to this.
Let me see. Okay.
Damn.
All right. I'm just making sure.
You just want to control everything.
It's not about control.
See.
But I need your quality
I'm pulling something up for the show.
You here with me.
But I'm pulling something up for the show.
All right.
To be able to give you some insight on something.
You know what, Wallo?
And you ready to make me bleed out.
You know what, Wallo?
My baby. You ready to make me bleed out because I'm pulling something up?
You know what? I'm sorry.
Thank
I am
you.
sincerely
I accept your apology.
Sorry.
And there's nothing going to linger around.
Okay.
I just pulled the Buzzsprout. This is important. Buzzsprout is one of the top, if not the, that's where we started $1 million worth of game. We use Buzzsprout because Buzzsprout is like a DSP. It's a podcast distributor that put it on all platforms. You pay a monthly fee, right, on Buzzsprout, and they do everything for you. They put it all over the place. And when they put it all over the place, what they do is they show you how many views you get, how many downloads, what cities, everything. They give you like all the analytics, the dashboard.
Is this like Red Circle?
I don't know. I don't know nothing about Red Circle. I know about Buzzsprout. So if you look right here, we're gonna go right here. On Buzzsprout alone, last week, 3,189 people started a podcast on Buzzsprout.
Jesus.
That's last week.
Yeah.
Let me go right here. I want to show you one more thing.
Hey, are you a service-based entrepreneur that helps your clients or customers get some type of result, but you're struggling to post and communicate your message on social media? You don't know how to type a caption that connects and gets people's attention and converts them from just someone who's following you on social to becoming your customer or your client? Great news is that's my superpower. So I'm sending you 3 text messages every single day, excluding major holidays, directly to your phone of exactly what you need to post to get people to buy and convert them into clients and customers. All you have to do is join my program, Post to Paid, and you can do so by texting the words Post to Paid to 404-737-2767. And the best news is just $37 a month. So hurry up, send me the text. I'm looking for it now.
They say, how far is this? May? This is May 17th. There are over 5 million podcasts globally with over 70 million episodes between them. Podcasts are available in over 150 languages. But what they're saying is, how many active? So you got to think about it, 5 million. I'm going to see this. It look easy. If you want to start a podcast, be unique. Find something different. I'm going to say something that I've been saying for years. It's more than just people talking. When is somebody going to have a storytelling podcast? Yeah. The white folks got it. When we going to have you can have a romantic podcast where women are just sitting there telling, women already got an understanding of what women like. Just imagine if it was a romantic podcast where women just tell love stories of, just imagine a Lifetime channel of podcasts. Spoken from a black woman perspective of relationships, of love, betrayal, cheating, and every episode would be a story. And a woman just sitting there for half an hour telling a story. You know what I mean? Each one to have a title. Each one to have a title. Someone might be a mistress in Atlanta. Bang. You got that joint. Then you might have another one, the Miami Good Wife. Yeah. And you might tell a story that might take you somewhere you least expecting it. And that's all you doing. You know how many women are listening to that shit? Nobody's thinking of that. Everybody want to just sit down and discuss or interview or listen. So it's like the person that's going to come up with that going to destroy the game. Yeah. That's going to come up with just something that's different.
Why don't you do it?
Because I ain't got time for it. But I got a lot of stuff that we doing within our, but like, and then I'm going to be honest with you, I want to leave some money for some other people.
Oh, you're being generous.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, just be generous.
Because you know how, do you know how easy it'll be just for me, there's just tomorrow, because we got, I don't know how many cameras and editors. You know how easy it would be for me tomorrow to just say, yeah, I'm starting a new joint. And literally me, I would sit there and shoot probably 10 episodes this week and drop them all at the same time. Yeah. On the same day so it could go number 1.
I have a question about that. So your work ethic is insane. How does your team keep up? I just had a situation where this past weekend was like the busiest weekend that I've experienced in a very long time. I was booked for 4 events in this weekend. That never happens for me. I'm usually booked for 1, maybe 2.
Speaking events.
Yeah, speaking events. And so I'm booked for 4 events, and it's literally back to back.
And it was in the same city?
Mm-hmm. Damn. There were so many events here. And my team is like overwhelmed. They're like, I don't know if I can handle this. They hadn't, they're new to this. So they're like, we haven't eaten today. We haven't done this. They're not used to it. I'm not used to it, right? But in my mind, I don't have to stop and explain it. It's like, this is just what we have to do. You are constantly on the go. Like you said, you would record 10 episodes. If I say I'm recording 10 episodes, this guy's going to look at me like I'm crazy.
I'm going to tell you a story. We come to Atlanta. Where like Cascade is like a skating ring?
Yeah. So
we got an Airbnb right there. Let me break it down. It was me, Gil wife, April, because we took our woman with us. We said we're going to take our women. Mm-hmm. We actually did a podcast with them one time.
Okay.
I don't know if you've seen
like
that
a
episode.
Whole show or an episode?
It was an episode.
Okay.
So we take him there, took our cameraman, our stuff, and in 24 hours, we shot 5 episodes. Mm-hmm. In this Airbnb, we shot Shaquille O'Neal. Mm-hmm. We shot 95 South. Mm-hmm. We shot the rapper Russ. We shot Magic City Strippers. And then we went over to the studio and shot Young Thug in 24 hours. And we left. Mm-hmm. We pull up the spots, the Whitley Hotel, one of the legendary spots for $1 Million River Game. We probably shot about like 30 different episode podcasts in the conference room. Mm-hmm. We pull up. We usually only have one cameraman. Mm-hmm. He set everything up with our stuff, equipment, 2 cases. And we just go crazy. You got to find people that's what they on. Everybody that might not be what they on, and everybody might not. See, first you got to understand why your team is with you. Mm-hmm. Everybody's team is not there. Some people team is there for a stepping stool to try to get some of your juice and your sauce to spill off on us. They can grab some of your connects and resources and dip.
Real quick, Reese, what we doing? You here for you here for this? You here for the connections? You here for this?
I was here when I was only getting paid $500.
Ooh, pop your stuff, Zell. You locked in? Yeah, we locked in. We locked in.
He's a legend.
No, okay, all right. Carry on. Now I will say Reese will be here for 5 episodes. 10 episodes though, Reese gonna look at me sideways.
No, because listen, my thing is like this. It's different type of episodes.
Okay.
The podcast I was telling you about, like the romance stories or whatever the stories, boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Like me, I'd take one camera, put it on me, be somewhere in a chill environment. I just get legendary environments all around the world. Mm-hmm. Take that camera, had a mic plugged into it, push record, and just shoot it myself. Mm-hmm. Get the editors to do the dirty work later. Mm-hmm. I just go to different environments. All I need is one mic on me because I'm telling the story of Mannix or whatever I'm telling. Mm-hmm. So it's different strokes for different folks. So I can shoot 10 of them in a couple days.
Okay.
I'm going to get some game about this podcast thing. Find something that most people are not going to talk about. Establish a team. Find out somebody that's going to do your thumbnails. Find out somebody that's going to shoot it, somebody that's going to edit it. If you get a Swiss Army knife, it's good because you're always going to need graphics.
Yeah.
That's probably one of the things I'd be doing if I wasn't doing what I was doing. I'd be a Swiss Army knife, a dude that could do graphics, video, and photography. Because that type of gig, you can make like $1 million in 6 months. If you're really a beast about your stuff and you know how to run around. I do them 3. Mm-hmm. But you grab somebody, you're lucky if you grab somebody that could do all 3 of them things. Mm-hmm. Try to make it simple. You go get used cameras and you get all used equipment on B&H or go online. You could get some used equipment. This is the best mic. These are the mics we started with. So it's like,
these the mics we started with. Okay, I'm sorry.
No, you still use these?
No. These are good mics.
Shure mics.
You still use these?
Yeah, we use Shures. We got to use different Shure, but it's the same. But my whole thing is like, stack your episodes. Like $1 million worth of game, a lot of times we be 20 episodes deep in the vault.
Yeah.
Because we've filmed so much, it's like, and then we got a new show we added to the franchise, Gillian Wallo Ventures. Mm-hmm. That's already doing numbers with ad revenue because we're going to get to that. Mm-hmm. So it's like, it's so easy. Once you build the platform, then you can start building a franchise and start putting other stuff on there. And the funny thing about $1 million worth of game, the way we make money why we make the most money is because it's not just $1 million worth of game, it's the whole system. $1 million worth of game YouTube channel is 1.3 million subscribers. Right? First of all, let me start this. We own all our stuff. We only do licensing deals. That's the difference between us.
So Barstool.
Gil own 50% of $1 million worth of game. I own 50% of $1 million worth of game.
Okay.
Barstool is our license, who we license our stuff to.
Is the new podcast too?
What?
Through the
Wallo Ventures? Yeah, they license it to them too. So anything we got to do, they're going to be always willing to do licensing deals with us.
Okay.
On the rip. $1 million worth of game. The whole thing. YouTube, 1.3 million subscribers. Instagram, like 900,000. TikTok, like 1 point something million. Twitter, probably like 50, 60,000, whatever. You got that by itself. That's $1 million worth of game by itself.
Okay.
Then you got Wallo 267, 2.2 million subscribers on YouTube, about 160-something thousand on, Instagram, 2.2 million. YouTube's 167,000, about 160-something on TikTok, about 47,000 on Twitter. Gil got like 3 million over there. You got, so Twitter, I forget, a couple 100,000. So when we walk in a room, all that is on paper right there.
Yeah.
We ain't got and we ain't got TrueView. A lot of podcasts got TrueView. So when people see, oh my God, they got all them views, you can have more views than us. You got TrueView. You're paying for, like, you're paying for that shit.
Yeah.
Our shit is all organic and raw.
Yeah. We don't use that either. So I'm stuck. I don't know that I'm stuck. I just don't know how to. I'm overthinking. So we have Social Proof, right?
Okay.
And we have Social Proof, the podcast. We have Social Proof, the network. And now we have my Full Transparency podcast, that's on the Social Proof network. And I know that I need to build my YouTube. My YouTube sucks right now. How do you organize or decide or strategize what content is going on the $1 million worth of game platform? What content goes on Wallo 267?
No, the YouTube was there before I started $1 million worth of game. Everything going over the $1 million worth of game.
What do you put on Wallo?
Wallo is like daily stuff. Dalton be putting all type of stuff on there. You know what I'm saying? Like all my different stuff I might shoot. I might shoot something in the parking lot. He gonna throw it on there.
Is that when you running down the street and stuff?
Yeah, all that type of stuff. You know what I mean? So, but everything, all the franchise, all that stuff go to $1 million worth of game.
Are you putting the same stuff on Instagram, on YouTube?
Not all the time. Sometimes it might cut because he might have a bunch of footage that ain't even on there. He just cut it. Chop, 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 chop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you got that, but like the money, podcast ad money is unmatched.
Tell me about that.
All right. A lot of people will say, oh, I don't do advertising. I don't do ads on my show. You're stupid. If you have a podcast and you don't have advertisement, you think that's cool, you're stupid. Look at me. You're stupid. You know why? The NFL have advertisement. The NBA have advertisement. Major League Baseball have advertisement. NBC, ABC, HBO, Netflix, Amazon
Pornhub.
Got advertisement. You think your podcast gonna breathe without advertisement? You're stupid. You're not getting no ad money. If you look in the NBA game, the playoffs, the finals, it's probably, I'm gonna tell you right now, I gotta pull this up. Watch this. NBA finals. Watch this. I'm gonna just look at a preview. Let me see. They got a preview. It's probably like, all right, just ballpark figure. It's probably about 10, 12 logos on that floor.
For sure. And on the digital screen.
That's the money.
Yeah, that's the money.
That's the money.
So when you're talking about advertisement, I know we're talking about turning monetization on, like on YouTube.
That's cool. I'm talking about it's different.
Are you talking about businesses, companies coming to you and saying, hey, shoot this ad? Like, what are you talking about?
No, sometimes it ain't about shoot this ad. Sometimes it's about just read this ad. Read this 1 minute ad.
Read this 1 minute. Because the thing is, people, when we're talking about putting ads in your podcast, they think that we're talking about turn on monetization and the ads that YouTube give you is what you're talking about. That's not where the money is. We're talking about building relationships and going out and getting corporate ads from small businesses and things like that. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Just look at this, and then I'm going to break it down to you.
Can I read it?
No, you don't read it online. It's too much money to be reading online.
Ooh.
Let me show you what that's for.
Can I just say how much money?
No.
Oh, man.
And that's for one day. That's for this right here. And this is going on right now. And that's just, so, and they sponsoring this. They one of the sponsors for this. Hold up. They one of the sponsors for this right here. They one of the sponsors for that.
How do you get to the point? What needs to happen? What needs to happen for these companies to say, we're willing to pay you top dollar to get on, to have ad space on your show?
We popping.
You got to have motion.
You got to, we big in the black space. We got real numbers.
Mm-hmm.
We got real data. They see us no paid ads. They look at our stuff and say, you know what I mean? Like for instance, I could do this like this. Just alone. The money that me and Gil make alone just off our social medias. I'm gonna show you, and I'm gonna show you something before and I'm gonna show you after. Like, look at this. The money we make alone off of stuff like this is insane. Because I could always show them this. And this would drive them crazy. Hold on, where is it at? They just be looking at light stuff like that. And that's just 7 days.
That's crazy.
That's 7 days.
That's in the last week.
Yeah, look at this. Let me go watch this. 30 days.
That's insane. But it hasn't always been like that.
No, I'm gonna show you how it haven't always been like that, but this is how it was. And you know what problem with people is? People don't ask for the money.
Okay. What does that look like? Wallo, I hate your mic cutting across your face like that right now.
Well, listen.
Show him his, because you done slid over.
All right, cool.
You saw that video with Ray J. He was on like some interview and he had his hat, and every time they showed him, the hat was like in a different position on his head. That's what we're doing right now with the mic.
I'm gonna show you something, and you're gonna be like,
you got to show me something I can talk about.
You could talk about that.
Okay.
That was in early 2008.
Early 2008. I have an ad. Can we see this?
That wasn't an ad. That was a flyer.
This is a flyer.
Can
I turn this around?
Yeah, you can turn it around. I'm gonna give it to him so he can put it up.
Okay. So I have this flyer. This is Wallo's social media commercial packages.
So listen, I used to send that to about 25 to 50 every day.
Yeah.
I was sending it to all these local businesses.
They need this right now.
Y'all
need this.
I'm going to give them the game. I was sending it to every local business, right? And I would send it to them and they would bite. I would send it to them and say, listen, if you need some promotion, boom, boom, here. And I just DM it to them. Every next morning I check and I had like 10, 15, like, yo, I love it. And I just pull up, get cash money, and I used to just do it like that. And I was killing them.
Yeah.
That was early 2018.
You know what's crazy? Okay, so what I'm looking at, you guys, is Wallo's social media commercial packages. And I'll just tell you his play. So he was giving small businesses exposure for 30 days. The package is $750. 7 days, it's $500. 2 days is $300. And for 24 hours exposure is $250. And an Insta story is $100 for 24 hours. Do you know how many times and how many years I have said to myself, I have people hit me up all the time. Like, can I just get some promotion on your page? Because I have pretty good engagement on my page. And I never take these people's money. Like, it's just, because I had been a solopreneur for so long, it was just another thing to deal with, another thing to manage, and I hadn't done it. So I'm stupid based on what you just said.
Everybody operating different joints. You got to understand this. I was pulling up to their business and doing a commercial. What's up, everybody? This is Wallo 267. I'm right here at Full Transparency. I'm right here with Donnie right now. Tell them what you got going on. I do that mini commercial. You'll tell them what you got going on. Boom, I put it up. So I was doing that.
Reese, this part right here, minute market, because we just going to cut back in and I'm going to tell them what I got going on.
You know what I'm saying?
We're using that.
No, but see, but dude, that's what I would do.
Yeah.
Like that was my mind. So I was killing them. Like, people ain't even know. So
Yeah.
so that's how I was able to just maintain, because you got to think about it. Look at it. You might come to me and be like, listen, Wallo, because the whole thing about the 30 days, that's how long I'm going to keep it on my page. Right? I don't know where the other one was, because it was like a repurposed joint where it was like, all right, I'm going to keep it on here for 30 because it went up. It went up to like $1,000. I keep it on here for 30, but I keep reposting it like 2 or 3 times within the 30 to recycle it so it can move back up.
Trey, make me one of these.
Here, let me.
I want to swipe. Can I swipe through your pictures?
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Can I swipe left, swipe right?
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
No, you're just gonna see money. The next picture was a power play.
Okay.
But I'm gonna send this to you right now so you could take this and you could just figure your thing out.
I'm gonna do it.
Because all right, so for instance,
you need friends like this who put you on game and you take action immediately.
Nobody asks for money.
Yeah.
I ask for money.
You ask for the money. This is literally an ask for money, and I noticed that wasn't just a flyer. It looks like it was a video that plays. Like you.
No, it was just that's how it was designed.
Got you.
Like push play. You know what I mean? And I mean, it was the whole thing on there. Can I do a video right here, real quick? Like, because I got something on my mind. I want to tell people to just go. Can I do a video?
Absolutely, do it. This is how Wallo works, y'all. Real time.
When you gonna stop playing and ask for the money? You keep saying, "Damn, you're leaving a lot of money on the table." It's a lot of money on the table right now because you're afraid to ask for money. In 2018, I used to ask for the money. I used to just DM a bunch of people that had businesses. They had small businesses, and I would DM them around the Philadelphia, New Jersey area, Delaware area, and I would DM them, and I would send them a flyer. I had a flyer made up for this commercial package, and I would just ask them for some money. And I told them my services. I told them I had going on. I asked them. Some days I will make $2,000. Some days I make $3,000. Some days I make $5,000. Some days I might only make $1,500. But every day I was making money. I was stacking it like crazy. I felt like a drug dealer in the 80s, the type of money that I was making off of just promo. You ever do promo because I had real traction on my page. It was real stuff. But I want you to swipe over, and I want you to see my flyer from, I'm talking about early 2018. I wasn't charging a lot of money, but it probably was a lot of money. But think about it. You know, $250 for a post, $250. Just imagine if I just made $250 every day. A lot of people don't make that working. But if you look at this flyer, man, I had this flyer drawn up, and I was making a killing off of this flyer. I'm talking about, what happened was, a girl DM me asking me about some promotion today, and when I went in the DM, that flyer was there from all them years ago. And it's just funny. It's just I had to share this with y'all because there's a lot of people that's leaving money on the table. Y'all afraid to ask for money. I went from asking for $700 then to asking millions of dollars. Asking for millions of dollars now from big time corporation, big time sponsors, and guess what? They're gonna give it to me. There's a bunch of people out there that want to give you money to give them visibility. Swipe over to see what's going on. Yeah, so
ask for the money.
Yeah, nobody will ask for the money.
Nobody asking for the money. But that's why you the money man in the relationship, in your partnership with Gil.
Nobody, but let me see if I get somebody important on the phone.
You pulled out your phone and shot a commercial like that anywhere else on somebody else's podcast?
Man, I do all type of stuff on people's podcasts.
You do this all the time?
Yeah.
You just be controlling. Wallo say, I'm going to pull up and I'm going to do what I want to do.
I better.
You better.
Your call has been...
Because that's what we do this
I can't
for.
get somebody on the phone. They'd have been nice to talk to. But at the end of the day, you just got to ask for money. Mm-hmm. I got people with me now that ask for money when I don't ask for it. I got people that ask for the money, my sales crew. They ask for the money, and then once the ball get rolling, I come in on the Zoom or I go to the corporation and we close the deal.
What does that look like, your sales crew? So now you get people like, let's just say you're at an event. Somebody's like, I want to do business with you. Whose information are you giving them?
It depends if they want to do personal business, because I got two different type of things. I got my own personal brand. I speak to NFL, I speak to universities, I speak to corporations. I do a lot of that. And then some people just want to give me the bag for certain other things. And then I got my guy over there, that work with $1 million worth of game. He go get that money. He create an unbelievable deck showing all the numbers, and he just go get it. And it's easy. You know
so if they want to do personal business with you, you give them your number?
They get my email, or I got a what's name. I send some businesses. I'm gonna show you.
Okay.
But it's listen, and if you see the responses, watch this.
Is it an EPK? Like, what is it?
No, it's something that nobody never done.
Okay.
I don't think nobody never done this.
Are you not going to tell us what it is? Nah. I know you're going to show me, but you can't tell them.
No, I ain't going to show everybody else. I'm going to show you, though. And it's like, it just be, oh, you snitching?
I'm going to tell y'all. I'm just tell
you're not snitching, is you?
I'm not snitching. I'm sharing.
And I'm going to show you how easy it is for me. And this one DM, and look how they responded. Look, I sent them this.
You sent them the blue.
I sent them the blue, then I sent them this video, and just look at the response.
Okay.
The response gonna kill you. Look at that. It's a big time sneaker brand. Don't say what sneaker brand is.
I'm not.
But
I know this
just say their response.
I can say the response. Of course, please send us an email to. We will forward you email to the correct personnel and department. And this is him pitching brand
Sneaker
partnership.
company. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it was that easy.
It was that, and they responded. Like, this is a company that would not normally respond.
I
I need to know what the video is.
Listen, I'm going to show you the video. I sent it to him. I sent the whole joint to him on May 29th at 8:30 a.m. They responded May 29th at 3:17.
Yeah.
And
but
now,
what are you doing? Are you showing them one of your, like...
If I show you this video, you got to edit this out.
We can't edit nothing out.
Oh, well, you done. You can't go see it.
But what are you doing in the video?
Some days you can't see.
Are you talking to the... You're going to show me after.
Yeah, I'm going to have to show you after, but you missed out. I might don't show you after. Because you playing.
No, you got to show me. I can't duplicate what you
I know,
sent
but
me.
you got to be willing to cut it out.
You got to be... No, we can't cut it out. Reese, can we cut it out?
We're running out of time anyway.
Can we cut it out?
Oh, no, we
though?
run out of time. Don't worry about it.
Are we able to cut it out?
I'm going to show everybody in this room how I get the money real quick.
You're going to show everybody how we get the money.
Yeah.
All right. Wallo, before we wrap up, let me ask you this. Do you consider yourself a businessman?
I do business, man. Why wouldn't I? Shit, all the deals that I do, man, if you only knew. Without a doubt.
There are some people who just say, you know what? I don't really understand business. I'm the talent. I show up and I just be me.
No. What's the name?
There's some people who are like,
what's
I'm
the name? Told
businessman.
me right there. Jay-Z, right? Jay-Z there. Robert Kraft there. Michael Rubin there. Mike Norwitz, Meek Mills, Desiree. Robert Kraft said, "You are the truest definition of an American entrepreneur, Wallo." We talking about billionaires, and that's what I did. I built a business.
Building a business. Is your goal to be a billionaire? Do you
Oh,
want to
without a
take that
doubt.
far?
I'll be 44 June 21st. About 50, I'm gonna have B's. Without a doubt, all off of media, all off of strictly media. That's it.
All off of media.
Media.
What's in the future for you? So we've got $1 million worth of game. We've got the new podcast with you and Gil with y'all's adventures, Gil and Wallo Adventures.
Yeah, we got Gilly on Sports. That's a new show.
Okay.
Unbelievable.
Okay.
Where's Wallo? I'm bringing that back. I had that for a long time before $1 million worth of game. We got a cooking show coming on the podcast. We got a lot of stuff.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So, it's a lot of stuff stacking.
Let's talk about something.
What?
Like something that we're going to have. Business.
I ain't say nothing.
Business. I'm talking about our collaboration, how we're going to connect.
We might got to do an event down here.
We need to do an event. It would go crazy. We still going to Target?
Without a doubt.
I am excited. We got to insert this into the episode. All right, take us out. Give our new entrepreneurs, and the people who are just watching this, like, what's a major philosophy that you live your life by? You can close us out with that.
You feel it, live it.
You feel it, live it.
Yeah, I'm not going to be here. Before we know it, all of us we're going to be invisible. We're going to disappear. So I'm not going to be here forever. So if I feel it, I got to live that shit. You know what I mean? I'm not no overthinker. Overthinking ain't get nobody nowhere. I don't want to know everything about everybody. I just want to live.
Yeah.
And I think that's the greatest thing we could do.
I think just in you saying that, it makes so much sense. If you feel it, live it, because you definitely be living what you be feeling.
Yes, I did.
Definitely be living what you be feeling. On that note, you guys, we're going to close out. Thank you, Wallo, for joining us today. We got to have a part 2. Like, I sincerely enjoy talking to you.
Damn, you do?
I do.
You see how humble I am?
No, you are.
I can't believe this.
I sincerely enjoy talking to you. We always have great conversation. But y'all, I have been trying to get Wallo on the podcast. I'm not gonna put you out like that. You've always said yes. You said yes immediately.
But sometimes I'll be here. I'll be like, you be like, no, I can't do it because I always try.
Wallo hits me the day of. You don't give me a heads up that you're gonna be in town. You don't do any of that. And that's the story of my life with these powerful men that you work with. I feel like y'all only do that to women for real. I don't feel like...
No, a lot of people. Charlamagne to tell you it's hard for me for him to get me.
So the day of, you be hitting them like it's either now or never.
No, he be trying to schedule it. I just be all over the place.
Yeah.
I be like, I get with you.
This is what I'm talking about, entrepreneurship. Y'all be thinking I'm crazy, me and Dave crazy. We got a lot going on. Imagine working for this guy who just hops on a plane the morning of and be like, this is what we got to do. Dalton, when'd you find out? Yeah, 7 a.m. I love it. But your work ethic is the reason that you are killing it and leading it in this space. And it's the reason why a man who was once a 20-year felon has become the businessman that the world is looking up to, the culture is looking up to. And I'm proud of you, Wallo.
I appreciate you.
I really am.
I really do.
I'm proud of you.
I'm humbled by that. What? I'm a humble person.
This has been another amazing episode of Full Transparency, you guys. Wallo's information will be in the description of wherever you are watching this video, and we will see you again next week.